before we do get into our conversation, though, let's just see if Sammy would be willing to help us. Thank you for coming, Sammy, today. Can you hear both Patty and I okay? He says I'm late. You still have Novocaine in your mouth. He does say there's no audio and no sound. But I'm hoping because I unmuted, it is working. Yay! You need to move to your, yeah, there, farther that way. Okay. All right, so third time we've gotten together. I do hope that third time is the charm. I do want to apologize for everyone who has been coming back and watching, and we've had some technical difficulties. I thank you for your patience with that. There is a minor adjustment that I'm still learning and working on, and it's that hissing sound that you might be hearing. I'm going to try to Isn't that something? I don't know. I see it. Now try.
Hello, can you hear me now? Testing, 1, 2, 3.
They should be able to hear you.
Is there a setting in your camera that pulls me back?
I can try that too. I'm getting another phone call. Oh my goodness, these live streams with Miss Kathy are just always, you just never know what to expect, do you? Let me play around with that, how about?
Oh, now he says it's working. You can hear me now?
I'm gonna try. I don't want to get rid of the dragonfly, but you wanted me to pull you back away? I think you would have to get away from your camera more.
Okay.
How is that?
It's okay. It's okay.
I recentered you over some. I want the dragonfly and you in there.
Yeah.
I could probably come up. Is it because I'm so far away?
It's okay.
All right.
Yes, we're working.
Okay. So, but why don't you set up this next video? This will be the 10th day, I believe.
Day 10. This video is one of my favorite ones. In this video, remember how I used to take the Mr. bottle and I would squirt it and he would just fly through it? In this video, toward the beginning, he just stops and he stays in one place and lets me mist him for a couple seconds before he moves on again. I also have, by this time, I had gotten so much calmer about holding the camera while I was petting him. So I got some really nice footage of me petting him. And then at the end, a hummingbird showed up with the red dragonfly. I didn't pet the hummingbird though, but it was just cool that he just showed up while I was visiting the red dragonfly that day. So that's day 10.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic while we watch this video. I've got it pulled up. Here we go.
Oh, I forgot my headphones. There we go.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we've got day 11. Can you hear me, Patti? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh. I forget that there's kind of a lag between where I feel like I'm watching it and you're watching it from your iPad because you're watching it from YouTube. So I'm finished and I'm like, oh.
Oh, okay.
I have to remember that on this next video because you're actually watching it through your iPad and I'm watching it real time. So I have to wait for you to finish. Hello, Gemma. Welcome to the chat. I'm not sure if you arrived while we were watching day 10, but Patti is so excited to be sharing this story. I'm just going to leave this transition up with the video ready to play while we talk, because then I will have to go back and forth. I think it works well that way. So, yeah, keep telling us. Bring us there. Let us experience this with you.
All right, day 11. I think this is the one where he starts showing a little bit more of his personality, and he's like hanging from underneath these whatever the stems that he would stop on. But yeah, and this day 11 is just more beautiful pictures of him.
I love the music that you pick each day when you made these videos.
Yeah, that was fun to go inside and go, okay, here's what the pictures look like in the video, you know, what kind of song would fit this video. So
yeah, I don't know if it was day 11 or day 12, but I reacted to the hanging on thing because of something I was going through, and maybe we'll talk about it after because I'm not sure if it was day 11 or 12.
Yeah, it might be this one.
But after this one, we'll share with Gemma and Sammy and anyone else who joins in. Yeah, okay. She got to see this. Oh, good. I'm glad. Stick with this, Gemma. This is really cool footage here too. And Patti did a great job with the music. All right, here we go. Another great song, Patti.
for red dragonflies.
Such great footage. Really, really cool. Really, really cool.
So that wasn't the one where he was hanging upside down.
Yeah, no. And I think it was because I was going through a bit of seasonal situational depression when you and I first connected through deciding this, and you decided to share these with me personally. And this little guy you captured hanging from this little stem, and I think that's what's coming up here. And I just instantly wanted the meme. Nowadays, people make memes of everything. They make memes of situations and photos, and so I had sent Patti a screenshot of the little guy hanging, and I was like, hang in there. And it was just like exactly what I wanted to say to myself. It was like that Dragonfly was saying that to you. Hang in there. You're gonna get through this. He does have such a personality that kept coming through each day.
Yes, he did. I never even dawned on me, him hanging like that. And then you sent me that screenshot. I'm like, why didn't I think about that?
Well, I mean, it's just, it was like, that's what my experience was through this little dragonfly. And it was like, each day he had to have given you some form of message, like, you're gonna be okay. And like you said, every day you woke up thinking, well, I don't know if he's gonna be here today, but I sure am hopeful about something happening. Yes. And you needed hope. You needed hope and a purpose every day, and he just kept giving you that stronger and stronger. And so that mid experience day just hit me. I was like he's telling her, hang in there. So let's see. I'm pretty sure this is the video, guys. Let's go ahead and play it. Did you want to?
Day 12, actually day 12 is, I had an idea, here I've been taking this footage and these photos, and I thought, I'm going to set up my camera and I'm going to video me taking videos. And so you guys can see how close I can get to this guy. There was even one spot where the thing you put around your wrist to hold your camera, the hanger thing, it was like dangling right next to him while I was taking photos, and it didn't even bother. If I was a dragonfly, I would have flown away if that thing got near me.
Well, and most dragonflies would, most insects would, butterflies, all of them. I mean, that's what's so fascinating about this story, is that he kept coming this many days, and you were experiencing something with this little bug.
This video is like...
it is amazing.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Day 12, guys. Ability Mom of Two Vlogs, thank you for coming. We hope that you'll consider going back and watching the first 2 videos. We're just did day 12 and we have one more to play. Wow, you're right. That was so cool that you were able to video you interacting with him.
You could see just and the I tried to find the exact photo that I had taken and put it right after the video. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, you sequenced it to
Yeah.
you taking the photo and then sharing the photo. Yeah, very, very cool. Leah, I'm curious, have you experienced any, or Gemma and Sammy, if you're still here, if you guys have ever experienced a red dragonfly that you've been able to just, I mean, a lot of people I know the meaning of a dragonfly is that there's transformation coming in your life, and there's that symbol of a red dragonfly. But have you ever experienced it? Those of you who are in the chat?
Or even, not necessarily a red dragonfly, but any kind of like maybe something that has happened that they felt was, you know what I mean? There was a reason
Significance
that they were
to it.
visited
Yeah.
by something, or I have a friend that recently she had found a little green lizard that was like trapped in her windowsill or something. And it took her like a day. Of course, she's got her broom and she's like, calling her husband, come get it out. And then she told us that they had gotten him outside. And then a couple days later, she found him, kind of wanting to get back into the same spot. And so she's like, that was her little green lizard.
Wow. I do recall having a dragonfly follow me one day where I was just needing something. Like I remember just being distraught about something, and I came out of the store and there's a dragonfly by my car buzzing around, and I'm just like, oh, wow. And that it followed me. It followed me all the way home. Like it stayed with my car and followed me home. And that was probably 3 or 4 summers ago, but it's funny that that's just dawning on me.
Yeah,
that I do remember that happening.
You just reminded me of something that happened when I was a kid. My dad and mom and my 2 sisters, we were in our station wagon. Remember those station wagons?
Yes.
We were heading to church, and just as we were driving down the road, and we went under a tree, and a little green tree frog landed like he just jumped down and landed on the windshield. And of course, we're giggling, and my dad, he was quite the character. He's talking to the frog. We went all the way to church, and we got out of church, and he was still on the windshield. So we're on the same road. I need to talk to Mom and see if she remembers this story. Right as we got to the same spot that he jumped on, we drove under that tree, and he hopped off in the same spot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, memories. Okay.
Okay, so this is the last video of today.
Yeah, and this last one, it's just, more photos, and I was trying to get a little creative, because the photos were like getting a little monotonous, always the red dragonfly. So the last shot, the sun was just right to where when I stood over him with the camera, you could see my shadow, if that makes sense. You could see my shadow taking a photo. That's a pretty cool shot.
Oh, okay, so let's be on the lookout for that. Here we go, guys. like you don't want it to end.
I didn't want it to end.
You know, I have to admit, I'm not much into bugs. I mean, I'm usually one running away from bugs, but I have really come to really like this little bug.
No,
You captured him to where he's cute. He's fun. You really captured his personality.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I have some more from my red dragonfly or dragonfly collection that I brought to share. This, let's see. It is I guess it's a hair clip, but it's really old. Found it at a garage sale. It's got stones. Yeah. And then I have this cute little box. I keep looking at the wrong. Someone gave this to me. I can't remember who. And then I have an embroidery machine which is gathering dust. I need to get back to doing some embroidery. And the first thing I ever attempted on that machine, guess what I made? It's a pillow.
Wow. You made that?
Yeah. Well, the machine does most of the thinking.
That's
I just
really pretty.
Yeah, red dragonflies. It sits in by the collection.
Do you have a room just a red dragonfly room, like that you have like a sitting room where it's just all your stuff, or is it everywhere?
Someday, maybe in our forever home. This isn't our forever home. When we retire, maybe that can happen.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I'm jealous because I wish I had like a collection or something, because this is my forever home. This is my retired room.
Oh.
But it's become like coffee themed.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, but it would be fun to have, you know. I have to admit, I've been secretly hoping a red dragonfly comes and visit me after all this.
You never know.
I was sitting out by the pool 2 days ago telling my niece about you and about the series we've been doing, because my niece has moved in with me, and we had a day where we were just sitting outside, and I was like, I'm secretly like looking for a red dragonfly to stop by. What was the plant that he was on? Maybe I need to plant one of those plants.
I honestly, I don't know. Oh, careful. I was going to bring the bubbles up here. See my little, here's my snuggle bug.
What's his name?
Bobo.
Hi, Bobo. Do you see me? My dog won't look at the camera because he does one of these, like, get that off me.
Yeah, he's about to turn 14. Yeah, he's got a trachea issue going on too. Actually, yeah, I was telling you we were having a pretty rough week around here. Yeah, Bobo. You hear him coughing in the back?
I do. My dog does that.
Is your dog a little dog?
Mm-hmm. A Chiweenie.
Okay.
And there are times where we have to put him outside because we think he's just going to throw up all over the carpet.
How old is he?
He's 9.
Okay. This is, hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is a trachea. Their trachea is called trachea collapse. And we're getting off topic, but you might need to have him x-rayed to see how his trachea is looking. Bo, right now, seriously, his trachea is so tiny. I don't know how he gets air through there.
Wow. Yeah. So can they expand that?
Well, yeah, you could go to A&M and they can do some surgery if your dog is young enough. Now, Bo's about to turn 14, so he's like past the age of,
I always thought that Trooper was eating too fast, and so we tried to get different dog food where he would actually have to chew it.
Yeah, it's like this this cough you hear, and at the end of that cough, they do a hack.
Mm-hmm.
A hack, and that hack is them forcing their trachea to open back up so they can get air down.
Aw,
Yeah,
breaks
yeah,
your heart, doesn't it?
yeah. We actually thought we were going to lose him Memorial Day. He had a bad night that night. I told you this week has just been horrible. Um, he had a bad night that night, and the next morning, he was coughing stuff up. It was so bad. Sorry. He
Oh,
gets
it's
going.
okay. Poor guy.
Ah, but
Well, before we wrap this particular series up, I want to make sure the chat, if you guys have any questions for Patti or comments.
Trey.
And make sure you guys do check the description of this video. And if you haven't been here before and been able to follow through the series, do go back and look you'll see the thumbnails. They all have dragonflies on them and they look very similar for the other playlist if you want to catch up, because next week we'll be doing our part 4. And I don't remember seeing him hanging from did we not?
No, we haven't done that one yet.
So we haven't
I
gotten
know
him
which
behind.
one it is.
Okay.
It's the when you're smiling one. That's it, I bet.
Okay.
When he was smiling.
So that'll be coming up. I'll need to probably make sure I have the thumbnail on that one. I've been trying not to watch them again so I can watch them with you. Because I watched them like it's been almost 3 weeks. We're on 3rd week. So it's been about 6 or 7 weeks since I watched them the first time. And I've been like trying not to watch them so I can watch them with you and experience it with you. So. But that one we'll have to make sure I use the thumbnail, the hang in there.
Yeah, we'll get a good photo of him.
Yeah. Well, now I don't see anyone that has chatted, so I don't think we missed it. So we could probably go ahead and wrap this up, and that way it'll be a good enough replay for everyone that can experience this.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
And we will be back same time, Patti. Want to do same time?
Could we possibly push it to 12:30 next week?
Yeah, I think we did that last time too. It might have been my bad this week to do that at noon because I might have forgotten, but I think we did it at 12:30. Okay. But yeah, let's do 12:30 next Thursday, and I'll make sure I get it scheduled hopefully enough time now, because now I know what I'm doing. I think I can get it scheduled and get the stream key in OBS, and hopefully the hissing wasn't too bad this week. I'll have to watch it on the replay, but I don't think I'm going to have to edit this one.
Yay!
Finally.
Awesome.
All right, and come back and find us next Thursday at 12:30 Central Standard Time, and Patti will share more.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, guys.